Hello, welcome to my channel, Wing Spiritual Clarity. My name is Wendy Wing. I'm doing a psychic tarot reading for you, tuning into the day's energy, seeing what divine messages of guidance come through. This is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. All right. What's the overall energy of thank you? What's hidden from the viewer? All right. Thank you. All right. Outcome and advice. It's weird the way the cards came out. But I'll take it. Let's go. All right, let's go. All right, the overall energy. Ooh, 2 5s. 5 of Wands and 5 of Cups in the overall energy today. 5s are change, oftentimes difficult, but they have an easy answer. The 5 of Cups, this person is mourning, grieving some type of loss. These 3 cups have spilled over. It feels like this person is so consumed with their grief. The clouds are kind of up here in their upper chakras, creating a fog of grief, making it so it's hard. It feels all consuming, this type of grief. And if you see, this is after tarot. There's a person in this lake, stream, river behind this person. It feels like this person's so focused on their grief. And there's this person that's like, hey, help, help me. But this person can't respond, can't, just in their grief, can't see other people needing help, can't see anything else other than the grief. And then 5 of Wands. Usually these people are hitting these wands against each other like practice. They're not swords. Competition. Trying to figure how to work together, how to fight for something here. All right. The 5 of Wands feels a bit chaotic. So we've got this chaotic environment where someone's really grieving. All right, let's dive in. Let's get in. All right, so who or what do we need to know about the 5 of Wands? Queen of Swords came out in a challenging position. There's some type of inner discernment that's hard to get to right now, an inner truth, because of these energies. Feels like there's the chaos is in the environment, and I've just heard purposeful. So it's some type of chaos that makes it difficult for you, the viewer, to discern, to understand what's really going on. What's the 5 of Cups? What do we need to know about the 5 of Cups? Who's in this energy? Okay. 2 of Swords reverse, Ace of Pentacles, Strength card. 2 of Swords reverse is the way I like to see this card. This is talking about a fog of confusion that's clearing up. 2 of Swords is overthinking, trying to come to a conclusion, not thinking it's this or that, and there's a third option. 2 of Swords in reverse is, ooh, I got it. There's been confusion. I was in this or that thinking, and now I see what the answer is. There's a new opportunity, and it coming in with that Ace of Pentacles. It's not a fully formed opportunity ready to harvest. It's a seed. And with seeds, you have to plant them in the right environment, give them the right water, nurture them, the right sunlight, so it grows. And with the Strength card coming out, it feels like you've got the strength to take this opportunity. You're receiving clarity as well around confusion. This feels like something opening up where there's been this sadness, grief, loss. Yeah, it does feel all consuming. It feels like it's a lot of grief to process. And the environment does not feel conducive to healing. It feels chaotic. Even with these 5 energies going on, it feels like with the 2 of Swords in reverse and the Queen of Swords, you are finding that inner discernment, that feels like you're a bit of a truth-telling, truth-seeing machine at this point. Kind of, you want the truth. I want the truth. All right. By you being willing to see, I feel like this inner discernment, this search for the truth, shed some light on some uncomfortable truths that made you feel very sad, made you realize uncomfortable truths, seeing things clearly, seeing things accurately. Ooh, okay. What does the viewer need to know about this change? What's the clear seeing? What are they seeing? Ooh, what are they seeing? 6 of Wands in reverse, a lack of success, a public lack of success. This feels out in the open. Something has been unsuccessful. I just heard chronically unsuccessful. All right. And it feels like you're finally willing to look at it. Why is there a lack of success here? Feels like I want the truth. I want to know why there's a lack of success, a lack of excitement, a lack of joy. Ooh, okay. A lack of enthusiasm. It feels like a lack of life force. Okay, a bunch came out here. It looks like I'm talking to... Okay. Yep. All right. Okay. Just for clarity, and we've got Page of Pentacles, Knight of Wands reverse, Knight of Swords reverse, Magician, 2 of Cups reverse, 9 of Wands reverse, 3 of Wands reverse, Ace of Cups reverse. Looks like a story's unfolding. It looks like you've got beginner's mindset, which is fantastic. Something has ended that's caused... Feels like you're finally willing to see, finally willing to see uncomfortable truths. It's hard in this environment to get any truths. Purposefully chaotic. It feels like these people, they're almost not talking to you at all. Like you're being handled. Okay, yeah. From this type of environment, you can't get any clear communication. It feels purposeful, and it feels so hurtful by the people who are taking this tactic, this strategy. Oh, Okay, yeah, that is really painful. It feels like, okay. Whew, whew. Just want to validate if that's accurate. The surprising, yeah, you're being handled. No one's really communicating to you, and it feels so isolating. You know what? In this image, I feel like you are the person in this stream here saying, "Oh my gosh, help, I'm drowning, I need help." But nobody's paying attention. It feels very purposeful. Yeah. I think you're realizing kind of what's really going on. There's been a lot of confusion, and now you're seeing. Whew. All right, what would help? It feels like is having a beginner's mindset, being willing to reconnect the dots in a different way. Feels like you're doing that already. You're seeing these people in this environment, and you're, instead of trying to fix it or address it, you're just seeing, you're clocking what's going on, realizing these aren't your people, is what I'm getting. I think you're seeing someone, ooh, someone is player, inconsistent energy. Uh, it feels like a smear campaign that the people in this environment, why they're not talking to you is they've agreed with the smear campaign, whatever was said about you. People who agree with some smear campaign, the tactic is not to then go around and try to convince them. If someone is that easily manipulated to think unkindly of you, they're not for you. They were looking for an excuse, or they never really cared anyway. People who are kind of roped into smear campaigns, enablers, flying monkey type of energy. And if this is happening to you right now or has happened, um, it's tough. It's important to, as best you can, work head above heart, to just clock, to recognize who, let these people show you who they are. Someone's trying to create an ending, a breakup, some type of breakup. It feels like this is a interesting strategy, how to discard you but kind of handle you, how to, I just heard, so you don't see it coming, but also manipulate you. They're not done manipulating you. That's why they're not being open and honest and saying this is a breakup, this is an ending, whatever environment this is. This could be work, this could be family, friend group, relationship. But it feels like what I'm seeing here is someone's idea of manifesting a breakup. Instead of communicating with you, the disconnection that's happening, it feels like everyone else is feels like you've been devalued and they're now ready to discard you. This is ick. Feels like this type of handling you has been going on for a long time. Feels like the person that's closest to you in this is actually someone you need to protect yourself from. And Feels like you're learning this is not love. This is not a loving activity. There's no love left here if there ever was. This is not love. This is not loving. This is not caring. That's weird. I just saw Atlantis sinking below the waves. Feels like whatever environment this is, that it's sinking. There's nothing left here, kind of energy. But there is this new opportunity, Ace of Pentacles. And you have the strength. You have the strength to overcome anything, to face your fears. Look at this gal sitting on a lion and facing down this devil energy. These people, a part of this, do not realize the strength that you have. Let's keep that hidden. Let's just keep that. You can't go out and tell everybody you're strong. That's a weakness. That's like someone saying, I'm the king, I'm the king. Well, anybody who needs to scream and yell is not the king, is not in power. And so just, it feels like a timing thing here. Just clocking. Boy, this feels so tactical. All right, let's look at what's hidden. We have the Knight of Pentacles, Seven of Cups reversed. And then coming out as a challenge, the Lovers and Wheel of Fortune. All right. Let's break this down. You might, for whoever's reading this, is you might feel like I don't have a lot of options. I would definitely not want to, if this is a romantic relationship, I would not want to jump right into looking for a knight in shining armor type of energy, because it feels like there needs to be some healing, some learning to shift your vibration so you don't just jump into another relationship that's same vibration, same energy, just different face. Okay. Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight of the deck, but he's definitely going to get to his destination. He's the slowest moving knight because he plants all those seeds of opportunity, Ace of Pentacles. He plants all of them in these fields back here. So yeah, it takes him longer to get to his destination, but he's got all this growth behind him. So by the time he reaches his destination where he wants to be, he has all this abundance growing, not just financial, but whatever he wants to cultivate along the way. And it feels like that's a strategy that's being suggested for whoever's watching. Go slowly. Take your time. All right, challenge is the Lovers and Wheel of Fortune. Why is the Lovers a challenge? Thank you. Moon, Seven of Wands, Devil reversed, Knight of Cups, Five of Wands. There's those Five of Wands again. Okay. It looks like lovers, this feels like a relationship, some type of connection, relationship, where there's just so much that's been hidden from you. What this relationship has really been about. It feels like there's a lot hidden. It feels like you've hidden a lot of your emotions too. Resentment, resenting being treated this way, anger, frustration, a lot of unexpressed emotions feels like coming up to the surface. There's a need to, Seven of Wands, to create healthy boundaries, protect your interests, decenter this person and protect your interests. If this is resonating and there are people handling you not talking, not communicating truths to you like you're aware, but handling you. This feels very passive aggressive, trying to lead you to this is so, it's so frustrating. You might have a lot of frustration coming up too, and that is okay. Validating your own emotions. Anyone being in this situation would have these emotions. There's nothing wrong with having emotions, of feeling. Ooh, I feel angry. Like you haven't been allowed to be the full human being, your full expression of yourself. Feels like there might be a lot to uncover, to heal, to work through in your emotions. Stand your ground, protect your energy. Healthy boundaries. No is a complete sentence. You don't need to, no, but I see, I just really can't, and I've got this already. When you say, no, I don't want to do this, no, thank you, it's not your job to make people comfortable. No is complete, and then let them be uncomfortable with your no. Let them figure out how to find their own resolution. It's not your job to make everybody comfortable, is what I'm getting. It looks like you're detaching from toxic codependency, trauma bonds, devil energy. You're detaching. And yeah, there feels like there's one person that's closer to you. Could be the person you've been in a relationship with, soon to be ex. It feels like this person is very good at creating illusions, of creating false illusions, false narratives. You might have now be seeing this from the other side. It feels like this person has created a false narrative about you in this Five of Wands energy to the people in the environment. So it does not seem like the advice here is that you go in and try to convince everybody. If they were so eager to believe in what this person was saying about you, and they didn't come to you and like, your person's saying this about you, and if they didn't do that, then they like what this person said, or they believe it, and they're not your friend. They're not for you if they're eager to believe some toxic, deceptive story about you. All right. That's Lovers. The challenge, it feels like, is breaking up, of seeing someone clearly and deciding maybe that you deserve better, that this isn't the relationship that you thought you were in. Feels like you're seeing who you've really been in a relationship with. Oof. All right, what's the Wheel of Fortune as a challenge, and what's hidden? Hanged Man. Yeah, you're in a position right now where it feels like you're enlightened. You're seeing what's really going on, what's really been going on. And to get your luck, to get your Wheel of Fortune, to take control of your destiny and your Wheel of Fortune, instead of just having life happen to you. It feels like the challenge is to take control of your Wheel of Fortune and make some decisions for yourself. Life happens for me. And see what's really going on. The Hanged Man is being put in this position, or they put themselves in this position, or they can't do anything, so they can see the world from a different vantage point and come to some type of enlightenment. Feels like your luck while in relationship with this person who's not for you. Your luck, it feels like if you look at no matter what type of relationship this is, when you got together, it feels like this person's life improved. Yours might have at the beginning, but it feels like the longer you're with this person, their life improves and your life goes down. Unhappiness, maybe chronic. Do you hear that? Whoop, 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 whoop. That's Obi. Hi, Obi. I know. Whoop, whoop. It's a curved bill thrasher. Or Obi, odd bird, is what I call him. Hi, it's okay. It's all right. Come on in. That whoop whoop is just so amazing. I love that. I think there, she's coming in. If I stop looking, she'll come. All right. Okay. So that's in what's hidden. Feels like there's a lot that's hidden from you. Feels like the more you put this person, these people in your rear view, the more clarity you'll receive. The more you'll understand what you've been through. What's the Ace of Pentacles in the overall energy? A new opportunity. Chariot, making moves, moving on, moving out, moving away. This is hard actions. This person is taking control, hard control. Maybe moving on. You have this potential. You have the Strength card, and you're getting more and more clarity all the time. 5 of Cups in reverse. It looks like by moving away from these energies and taking whatever opportunities you have in a new direction helps you heal, helps you feel better, helps you take focus on what you have and what you can create. I think there's a realization that Sun reverse, that you've been in a space very unhappy. No clarity, chronic unhappiness. And I'm also getting in this Sun card, this is more of a typical view of the Sun card, happiness, bright colors. In this view, there's this huge wall here, a tower, and then these guards on the tower. They're guarding not out to make this inner child safe, they're guarding in. Feels like they're keeping the inner child. This child doesn't look happy. They looks pensive, worried, anxious. It feels like there might be some type of surveillance on you, being kept in the dark, it doesn't feel like you feel safe and free to be your full inner child in this space. All right. In the outcome and advice, we have 10 of Pentacles. This is a legacy. You're happily ever after in the 3D, tangible. So you're starting out with an Ace of Pentacles and ending with 10 of Pentacles. It looks like, and in what's hidden, you're cultivating all those pentacles. There's something here about being willing to start over with that one pentacle and just knowing, yeah. It feels like you might have a knowingness. Knowingness is in your crown chakra. I just know I'm going to be okay. I don't know how. I'm nervous, but I'm facing my fears. I'm confident. I'm making moves. Healing from this and going after my 10 of Pentacles. Creating stability, security, abundance. everything that you were wanting to create and much more, that this could never, could never. I think because you, there's something about, I'm just going to let that go. Okay, what's 10 of Pentacles? What does the viewer need to know about advice and outcome? 7 of Swords in reverse. Lying, cheating, stealing, coming to light. Oh, okay. There's going to be a lot as you put this in your rear view. That's what it looks like. That there's going to be more that you were not aware of. I'm also getting be tactical. Say less. Don't share your moves with anybody. Don't worry about your ego and what people are how they're perceiving you. This feels very tactical about taking care of you, of a new beginning. And with High Priestess and Judgment, looks like you can really utilize your intuition. High Priestess has unlimited potential. She keeps her moves secret. There we go. She's secretive. She knows things. She sees things. She intuits things. Keep your moves to yourself. You don't need validate your own experiences. Watch, clock when you need to move. So what I'm getting here is that this intuitive information isn't like a roadmap that's being shown to you so you feel confident and at ease and you're like, oh, I know what I'll do. I'll just da da da. What this is more being present, taking one day at a time, sometimes each minute at a time, each hour at a time. It's slow going, and there's nothing wrong with that. Just knowing that the moment you need an intuitive hit, the moment you need to know when to go, when to call, when to do, you'll receive that information. Not a moment before. So if this is correct, it feels like I'm talking to somebody contemplating a breakup or being discarded. And what I'm getting here is use your intuition, use your guidance, and don't try to reach out in front, like where, just stay grounded in the present. A good mantra is, no weapons formed against me shall prosper. I am divinely protected. I am divinely guided. The moment I need to know something, I will receive that information. And by saying those things, by validating those things, you bring them in. And then when you get an intuitive hit, then validate it, appreciate it. Thank you, universe, for telling me this. Wonderful, perfect timing. And that creates more of that intuitive information to come in. Okay. Judgment. A lot of you are having an awakening. This is waking you up. Awakening is realizing that the version of you that you've been cosplaying as, whatever role, maybe your name, who you are, or whatever archetype you've been exploring, wife, husband, partner, friend, whatever role you've been playing or roles you've been playing, archetypes are too small. They're too limited. Maybe parent, like mom or dad, too small, too limiting. It feels like tired of playing a role. Once you bring your light of consciousness and start tuning into your authentic self, it gets more and more painful to perform and mask and show up performing that role or those roles to make everybody else comfortable. At some point, there's a point where it's too painful and you don't want to perform anywhere anymore. You want to be your authentic self. And who is that now? And explore that. It's too exhausting to perform for others in these type of roles and trying to fit in and live for other people. So it feels like I'm talking to somebody who is coming out of this relationship, this type of relationship, and having an awakening. Feels like the life that you, just like in these image, there's some naked people here. Can't really cover it. They're in coffins, and then the angel blows their horn and wakes the people from that smaller way of living into a new life. And it feels like that's where you're headed. So, seems like a good place to leave it. All right, I hope this reading has been helpful. Thank you all so much for being here. Have a great day.